What is up, everyone? Welcome back, man, to Sheer Thoughts. How y'all doing, man? As always, I'm one half of your co-host, Chuckzz, and I'm here. Guys, as always, come on now. You already know her by now. My homegirl, my co-host, the lovely Miss Soni Panda, with a very cute look today. I gotta say, girl, I like the skirt. The skirt's very cute. I'm not gonna lie. It's very
Thanks.
cute.
It's new.
I,
It's
I had to
new.
show it off, fair enough, fair enough. Why not?
Of course, of
Of
course.
course, of course. But girl, how you been? We haven't recorded in some time because obviously, as we told you guys, we recorded a bunch of
Yes.
episodes ahead of time. We wanted to just kind of get the content out there, get it rolling. You guys can check it out. So far, the feedback has been. What more can you ask
Great.
for? Like, it's unreal. Like, the support, the love, like for us just starting out, y'all killing it, man. Truly, bottom of my heart, man. I know Sony feels the exact same way. Truly appreciate you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the support, the ongoing support for everything, man. It's unbelievable.
I love
Seriously.
potato.
um, but as always, as we start,
That's what I'm
girl, I gotta ask,
I'm sorry.
bro. You know what's the worst is when like something bothers you and you're like, oh, was that the right way? Hold on, and
Yeah,
it just
just
consumes you,
like,
bro, and you're like, I'm not gonna let it go.
yeah.
Like, bro, I'm the worst at that. I'm by far the worst at that. It's so bad.
Mm.
Like, oh, what's that actor's name? Ah, son, I will Google. I can't. I have
Yeah,
to. I have to figure it out
yeah,
because it's gonna consume me. I don't like it.
yeah.
I hate it so much. But,
I'm just the same.
but, what you rocking today, girl? What nylons you got going on? Because it looked like you got nothing. So I don't even know. Like,
Well, these are an amazing pair. I'm biased, I know, but they're like my brand ones. So they're by Sony Panda X, the Glow Up 8 Denier Ultra Sheer Tights. So it gives that whole barely there look, especially like because at the moment it's like 30 degrees here and it's beautiful. I'm not complaining, but it's like it's a bit too hot to wear 20 deniers. I did it the other day and I back died. So I was like, okay, 8 deniers are like perfect.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's the 8 deniers. Yeah.
Okay.
No
Okay. So
Pacifics today either
from
because it's
for
quite hot. So
from her own collection. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, listen, girl, you have every reason to be biased. It's your product, okay? Like, bro, realistically, if you selling a product, you should. What's your favorite? Mine. I'm making it for a reason. Like, you know,
yeah, true,
be
true.
biased. Why not? But no, I agree with you with the lower denier. I was literally just thinking about that recently because I'm like, damn, I got to buy more. I have to buy some by Sony, Panda. Come on now, I gotta get some. But I
Hmm.
was thinking like, bro, like the summers out here be hot. That I'm like, I gotta start getting me like I genuinely don't think I'm going over 15 denier. That's the highest I'm gonna go for the whole summer.
Yeah,
Like that'll be the
yeah.
highest I go. So I'm really gonna. I've never really ventured into like lower anything than maybe 12. So now I'm like, okay, you know what?
Mm.
We're gonna try some eights. Going to try some nines. See if I can find like a 5 or something. Apparently, there's one from China, which I don't know how accurate it is, but it's literally apparently a 1 denier, and I'm like, that's like paper, less than paper. Like I don't know how that's gonna work, but I gotta see. I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I won't say anything. You try it and then let me know.
Oh crap. Okay, all right then. So you've
Yeah.
tried them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to get a Miss Sony Panda review right now, guys. Hold on, girl. Break it down for me. Let me know. Talk to me.
If I'm honest, they're not one
That's
denier.
what I
If they
figured.
say
Bro, I,
denier,
I looked at them and I'm
then
like, there's no fucking way you're telling me that's 1 denier. Like, I just knew it. There's no way.
so let me tell you, right? So okay, China sizing generally they do a one size. It's not a one size. Let me just put that out there. Um, it's only it literally it can go up to max probably large. If I'm honest, I don't think if you're extra large or any higher, you're not going to get into these. But this is
Oh,
the
damn.
thing, they kind of class it as a one denier, but I think it will only be a one denier if it's on somebody who wears extra large or extra large because they're really stretching it to give it that one denier look. But if you're actually like, for instance, a small, medium, large, no, it's gonna look higher, it's gonna look thicker. It's yeah. So no. I'll leave it there. I don't want to say anything else. I'll leave it there. But yeah, yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Clearly,
yeah.
there's some deep seated feelings that we don't have to hit, Maybe it's a topic for the Patreon. I don't know.
Could be. Could be. Yeah. It could be. Yeah.
Some real deep fucking review that like you want my real feelings. Come here, let me talk to you. Like because listen, man. Hey,
I'm gonna
everyone.
effing blind that way over
Listen,
there,
man.
not on YouTube.
Everyone has their own feelings and deep-seated feelings with stuff that not everyone wants to hear. And the problem is that sometimes you can't share it all because the other party doesn't want to hear it. And you're like, but you told me to tell you the truth. Like, that's one thing that bothers me, bro. Like, you told me to tell you the truth. I'm telling you like it is, and you'll like it. What do you want me to do then? Like, don't, bro. I tell everyone, don't ask me for the truth because I'm going to tell it like it is, and I'm not. And the problem is because the first assumption is, oh, you're being rude. Oh, bro, I'm just blatantly telling you the truth of it. You wanted to hear the truth. I'm being blunt.
Yeah.
It's not being rude, bro. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Not trying to be an asshole to then just be like, oh no, bro. Like, you asked me. That's about that topic. Now we move on. That's it.
I get that.
That's it.
I get that. Oh, but before we forget, what are you wearing today, by the way? Because they are looking pretty damn nice.
I mean, listen, they're really nothing special. It's just that I really have like no nylons right now, and it's like I need to like really buy more, and it sucks. But of course, I'm not gonna let this trend down. I always gotta come on. Every time we do an episode, we gotta wear a pair. We've already discussed this, so I'm not gonna let it down. So I went a little back in time because these are like ones that I used to wear from like when I was like younger and I couldn't like buy online and all that shit. So these are legs sheer energy 30 denier. They probably look a little thinner on my legs because my legs are big.
No, they do.
Yeah. So, but I gotta say, I think this is the main reason why I started to love shiny nylons because there's a very subtle shine line. Shine line.
That's why I was like,
yeah. Okay. So so it's like, oh, bro, like it's crazy. Like it does show a little bit of a shine, but they're still not bad. They're not like a terrible pair. It's just the fact that once you start spoiling yourself with better quality pairs, it's like, okay, let's be real. Like we know the truth of it. You know what I mean? So, but I was like, listen, I'm gonna make sure I have a pair. So, I got these for now. But hopefully, I think by next week I should be ordering like some new ones, some CDRs, some by Sony Panda. Just listen, some great brands out there. Just saying. But,
thank you.
But was it? Oh. I was going to ask you. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you, girl. Have you seen the show Siren?
No.
Oh! Let me tell you, okay? So, listen, I don't care, all right? This is a moment, all right? If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Bro, so it's literally... all right, do you know the show Physical 100?
Make jokes about it all the time. They're like, wow. Oh, literally, the dubbing on it is bloody hilarious. I haven't seen the way that they do it.
Oh God, that's too funny. I have to see that.
But I do like that show. I think it's bloody brilliant.
It's wild. Like I was like, oh, this is different. Like this is really cool. So it's take Survivor, the show Survivor, where people just are on a deserted island. They got to try to fend for themselves, figure shit out, blah blah blah, and you cross that with Physical 100. So it's like, yeah, bro, it's wild. But here's the kicker, which I thought was fascinating because everyone else will always say a comment. But to me, this was kind of dope because when you start to understand the premise of the show, you're like, oh, this is different. It's only women. There's no men. All the competitors are women. So it's literally 6 teams of women. All these women do hard-ass jobs in real life. So, like, there's one group who's a stunt team who will do movie stunts. But then it's like, oh, so you're thinking, okay, like this is a stunt team. What are the other teams? Bro, one of them is team police. One of them is team soldiers. One of them is team firefighters. Like they got like real people who are like, who have done some type of service or like some real type shit out there to come compete on this show. But it's so crazy because the whole concept of it is you 6 teams each have a personal flag. Okay. But as a team, you're trying to invade another team's base to capture their flag. But you can you can hide the flag, tie the flag, do any way you need to make sure that flag is invisible to the opposing team. So it's so crazy, bro, because then like you can truly get physical with one another, but you can't like hit each other, of course, but you can like
Yeah.
wrestle each other. So it's like, yo, these bitches are wrestling, like throwing each other down the stairs. Like, oh shit. Like, yo, bro, this shit is wild. And if
Yeah.
you capture a personal flag, that team member is like out. So they literally have to stop and they can't even be involved anymore. So it's like if like, you know, it's a 3v2
Wow.
situation, and let's say one of the two takes one of the flags, now it's 2v2. Like it's so wild, but it's so crazy because the whole reason why it's called Siren is because
Yeah.
between I want to say it's always like midnight to midnight. The way they put it, it's like really funny, but it's literally every day, every time midnight hits, when it's a new day, the siren can go off at any time possible. Anytime possible.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And it's crazy. So there's like at one point where like Team Stunt is just strolling along, you know, brushing their teeth. Oh, I'm gonna go hit the bathroom. Brr. Oh shit, yo, these bitches were out. I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, and they had to book it. They booked it all the way back to their base to then get dressed up to get ready to fight the other teams that are possibly gonna invade. Bro, it's so
God.
dope. It's so dope.
So at any
given
imagine
time, the
if you,
siren can go off. Any given time.
but imagine if you're in the pooper.
Exactly. That's the
You're
risk.
like,
That's the risk you have to take. Yes.
ah,
Yes.
bloody hell.
That's why it's so crazy, because you're like, bro, that's
God.
fucked up. I think there's like a safe time where the siren will never go off, or not. I don't even know. Maybe not. But Rachel and I are like, oh, we've been watching and we're like, yo, this shit is wild. Like,
Yeah.
it's so crazy because it is so funny because, you know, the first thing when I noticed, because I always try to look at things like devil's advocate, both sides, because, you know, people are just ridiculous. And that's how my brain works. Of course, the first thing I noticed, I'm like, oh, all women? Oh, okay, no men. You know, the first thing they're going to be like, oh, but it's only women. No, bro, this really goes to show you how different women think. Like, men and women are different for a reason. They think differently.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is. So it's so crazy because, like, these women start like doing certain things where you're like, oh shit. Or then like, you're like, yo, bro, you're watching, because really nothing is against the rules. The whole rules is one flag has to be captured in the siren battle. So the moment the siren goes
Right.
off, the moment one team loses a flag, that's it. It's over. That team is eliminated. So people can make alliances. So it's
Right.
like, yo,
Okay.
bro, like shit is crazy, dude. I listen, I highly recommend it. It's really fucking good.
Okay.
It gets, you know, it has its little moments and stuff where it's definitely like, oh shit, like, yo, bro, like this bitch will punch this bitch in the face like any second now. Like, you're like, yo, bro, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a competition, but it's like,
Yeah.
but it's bro, it listen, man, it goes to show you that when it comes to competitions, certain things going on, let me tell you, people will be assholes to try to win, dude. People will be assholes to try to win, bro. And it is funny to see, but it's honestly really interesting because it's different. It's so like literally when it was like it caught me and Rachel because it goes physical 100 meets Survivor, and we're like, huh? I was like, I like physical 100. I know what Survivor's about. Now I gotta see it. I was like, now I gotta see it. But it's very cool. Highly recommend it, man. It is very, very fucking cool.
Okay. Right. I'm sure. Seriously, I'm sure I've got this on my list, but if I haven't, I'm adding it because it sounds really good. And I think like that's one thing I love. It's like, you know, one thing I love about Physical 100 is not only obviously is it men and women, but it's like because it's for like Asian community, they're all ripped. Like you see these ripped women, and it's like that's like the kind of not what's the whole thing? It's not social norms. You know how like women are supposed to look a certain way, dress a certain way, and all that, especially in that culture. This is like I've never seen a built woman
like
in the Asian community ever. Ever. And you know when you're like, girl, oh, like do you know how good
bro,
you look?
she
Like,
snapped me like a twig.
oh my god. Yeah, and it's like, but they're built, and you're like, wow, just wow. It's just nice to see, actually, more than anything, the fact that like it is something different. It's like, especially like for instance in London, when you do see like the Asian community in terms of like Chinese, Korean, and everyone in the Asian community. They're very slim. They're all
Mm.
slim. You don't see any like chubby at all. If you're
No,
chubby,
it's
oh
their
my god,
diet.
like you're
Yeah,
singled out.
yeah. No, and
It
that's
it
terrible.
literally
Yeah.
is like, and then seeing that, it's like, oh my, I love it. I love it for that reason as well, to be fair. But yeah, it's a good show. But Siren, I definitely need to watch.
No,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Highly
you've
recommended.
kind of got me wanting to watch that now.
Oh, it's definitely good, but no, yeah, but also hitting back to what you were saying, like, bro, it's crazy because a lot of cultures are like that. Like like what makes me laugh with the Spanish culture
Mm.
is like the a big running joke in like Spanish culture is like the older grandmother, the older aunts will always talk shit about the kids, like being like, oh, you know,
Oh yeah.
they look a little heavy, motherfucker. Look what you cook. Like we do not eat the most healthiest stuff, bro. And it's funny because they really want to argue that, but it's like, yo, bro, we really don't. Like Spanish food is good for a certain reason because it's fatty. It is
Mm.
very fatty food. There are a lot of things in it that are like you can do healthy. There are a lot of things in it that you can make healthier, but
Mm.
realistically, Colombian food is it's not dishes. Like we have one main dish, bandeja paisa, one main dish,
Mm.
bro. If you look at what is in that dish, it's hangover food. Like that's what it is,
Ah,
bro. It is two
okay.
fried eggs, an arepa, two chorizos, a piece of steak, rice, beans, sweet plantains.
Um, oh my god.
That's
There's
all.
so much going on.
That's all in one plate. It's all in one plate. That's supposed to be in one
Wow.
sitting.
Yeah.
Like, son, after eating that, I'm ready to go for the day. Like, what else am I going to eat? Like, that's the thing. So
Yeah.
we don't make the
I
most
get
healthiest
that.
dishes. But Colombians also we make fried or baked goods. Like that's our thing. Bakeries are
Mm.
our thing. Shit ton of carbs, a lot of breads, a lot of doughs, a lot of shit that you
Yeah.
can deep fry. That's just how it is with us. So like I know for a fact that my culture's food ain't the healthiest, but Asian food,
Mm.
bro, it is super healthy. Like
Yeah.
very healthy.
Oh
I
my god, yeah.
granted, if you look at what they eat typically, it is just naturally healthier, bro. Like you can't argue that.
Mm.
So I
And even then, it's like their portions are a little bit
and
smaller
that
as
too,
well, in a
yes.
sense. It's like they don't overeat. Like even like when I have gone to a couple of like Chinese restaurants and Vietnamese restaurants, it is like they'll either get sharing stuff, like because I do that with my friends. It's like we'll get a couple for the table and we'll just dip in and whatever.
So
But
good.
it's like if they're eating individually, it is just like a little bowl of soup or noodles or whatever, and that's it. They're done. It's like no desserts, no nothing. Maybe a bubble tea after or something. But that's it. I don't see them ever binge. I don't see them ever sort of eat back. Like you don't see them make McDonald's or KFC or places like that. It's very, very rare that you do kind of thing. But yeah, I rate them, man. I do rate them in that sense.
I can't argue that,
Yeah.
bro. Can't. I mean,
Mm,
also they drink a lot of tea too, which helps. Definitely flushes out
yes.
the system a lot, which is. I mean,
That
bro,
tea.
bro. Granted, you like one thing I learned is like I love like I I I feel like as you get older and you start to like learn how your body works and like really pay attention to your
Mm,
body, like yes, of course, my birthday was last week. I was indulging. I had a great time. I was a fat ass. I didn't even care. Now I'm back to it. You know, like now we gotta go back work
mm,
out. Got to get healthier. And my main reasons to get in shape and work out is really because I don't want to be 45 years old struggling to keep up with my kid. Like that's my biggest
yeah.
thing. Like, bro, I want to be that fun, energetic dad for my kids. Like I want to do that. So
Mm,
now I really got to get back into getting shape. And but my cheat meal or my cheat dinner is Korean barbecue, which is so bad for
okay,
you, of
yeah.
course, because it's so many meats. Like you're not really supposed to
Yeah.
have meat as a human. Like it's a whole big thing or whatever. But I don't do it
Mm,
all the time, so it's like my cheat day, like my cheat dinner, like maybe once a month type of thing. Um,
mm,
but a big thing that I learned is if you drink hot tea while you're eating Korean barbecue, all the fat from the meat doesn't stick around inside because the hot tea flushes it out faster. So I'm like, oh my God. So
hey,
now I have hot tea when I have Korean barbecue and I could eat a shit ton and not feel
yeah.
super crazy, like heavy or super fat or greasy because it just flushes right out.
See, I knew about their oolong tea. You best believe that does a lot for you
Yes, it does.
inside.
Yes, it does.
Because I've tried it once or twice, and it was like whoa, like, especially when you've just randomly introduced it and you've
Yo.
had it for like 2 or 3 days
Oh
and your body's
no,
like,
dude.
excuse me.
And it's the
But
worst because it wants to hit you at like the most random time. You're like, oh, I feel
yes,
it. Oh, this is good. And then you're like in the middle of a fucking meeting on a Tuesday, 2:30 p.m.
yep.
Like, oh,
Oh,
whoa.
here we go.
Will you
Yeah,
just
I've
excuse
had
me
it
for
one
just one
time.
moment? Like,
Exactly, and I'm like, I
oh,
remember having it one time, like, I think about 3 p.m. in the evening, so I thought, "Oh, I've got the whole time. Hopefully I like quickly." No, nothing happened. I got up at about midnight that night, and it was like, "Let's go." And I'm
yeah.
like, "I'm sleeping. Can you just like" oh my God, it literally, it's just yeah.
And it's not even
But
like
it's
it's
very
a.
it is very good for you.
No, it is. Don't get me wrong. Like if and realistically, bro, you should always flush out your system of like toxins,
Mm,
whatever. Especially if you drink and smoke, bro. Like you really
yeah.
should. Like you actually should. Like people don't understand how much that shit lingers in your body. Like it's just it's so
Mm,
bad, dude. Like you should realistically clean your system out, but also do it in a careful way because there are
yeah.
some out there that are like cleansers that will just hit you and you're like, bro, my insides hurt now. And it's like that is
Mhm.
so bad for you, bro. Oh, it's so because I've been there before and I'm like, I just want to cry. Like all I just want to do is just sit there and just
Yeah.
cry, bro. Like it was terrible, absolutely terrible. I hated that
Mm.
shit. Hated it so much. Mm-mm.
No, I get that. I think it is, you know what? I always say if you're going to do bad stuff, do it in moderation. Unless you have a bit of a problem, then whatever. But yeah, but if you are going to obviously, because this is one thing I always say, it's like, for instance, when you got like the Chinese remedy places that pop up everywhere, it is, I always say, do your research before you even look at doing stuff like that. Because the amount of horror stories I've had, because
Yo,
don't get me wrong, everything that they use, it's herbal, it's organic, but the thing is, it's,
make sure the
for instance,
place
the
is legit.
Chinese, yeah, that's
I,
number
a
one. But
lot of people
even
would
then,
like to
it's the
scam, bro.
bodies are
You just got to
different.
be careful. Yeah,
No, yeah, definitely. But it's also no matter what they're gonna sell, it
yeah,
might be legit stuff, but it may not work for you
that
because
too.
if you've got
Yeah,
something underlying, they're not gonna know unless you can give someone your whole doctor's thing to be like, here's all my history. They can be like, well, you shouldn't really take this because I've heard it once with one of my friends. They went because they had I can't remember the full story now, but they had something going on digestive wise, and they obviously got recommended Chinese remedies and whatever. Started taking it for about a week. Really cool, whatever, worked wonders, seems to be fine. Weeks on after, they came out in blotches all over their
oh my
skin. They
god.
were vomiting all the time. They were like, what the hell's going on? And it was just the fact that it didn't agree. Whatever Chinese remedy that they'd been given, and all natural, completely all natural. It's just their body couldn't adjust to it. It was great to begin with, but then the more they were having it, it was like you've got to get it out somehow.
Yeah,
So it's just do your research. If you're ever gonna dabble in stuff like that, just do your research and make sure you would be okay. Or maybe speak to your doctor or somebody about it just to make sure. Because otherwise, the last thing you want to do is spend all that money because she spent a fortune on stuff there and she couldn't even use half of it. So it's like,
nah,
well, what
yeah,
do you
that
do?
sucks, bro.
So
That's terrible. That's
yeah,
terrible. See, and
yeah,
and that's the thing, bro. You have to be careful because like people sometimes really just want to go in believing something and they just think, yeah, it's gonna help me. But it's like,
yeah.
bro, everyone's body is different. Like everyone's body,
Mm,
like I truly came to learn by the time I was like 26. I was like, yeah, I'm done drinking. I was like, I can't drink
yeah.
like I used to because I started to notice how my body would feel after drinking, and I was like,
Mm,
granted, there like yes, when you start drinking at like out here 21, like I know y'all out there are drinking at like 15. Okay, so you know what I mean. Like y'all are wild out there. Granted, we are too, but it's like we have to wait until 21.
yeah.
Y'all are like, oh, we're 15. It'll just be legal in 3 years. Like that's nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like for
Yeah.
us, it's so different. But like, when I hit 21, obviously, yeah, go out, drink, go out, drink.
Mm,
And like I could handle my drinking. Like I was quite good, but it was like I always knew like if I got to a certain point, like, yep, I know I'm gonna feel like shit. And you start to get hangovers and then whatever, but it's the worst when it's like, okay, I've now puked my brains out. I've eaten whatever I
yeah.
can. It's been 12 hours since I've been like drunk. It's like, why am I still feeling like shit? And like I'd keep
Mm,
feeling like my body would feel it. Like for the next like 16 hours, and I'm like, nope, I don't like this shit. I'm good. It's like, I'm over this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's everyone's body works different, bro. So like, you got to be careful what you put in your body, what you're doing to your body. And granted, like, yes, a lot of people argue, oh, but if you eat this, you eat that. Yes, you right, but you know you're eating it and acknowledge it that you're eating it when you know it's not right. But sometimes at the end of the day, that's another thing I don't blame anyone. Is like, bro, if you got to eat, you got to eat. There's sometimes just not the option, and I get that. But you still just got to be careful. But like, that's the thing, and it's crazy how there are some people who like will take like vitamin K or like vitamin D, and it like they're like literally just doesn't sit in their system. Like, that's wild to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how, like, bro, you're genuinely taking a pill. Like, I've heard of people like being like, oh yeah, I used to take this pill. I'd go take a shit and the pill's just in my shit. Like, not even, so it never even ruptured and never even went into your system. Your body was like, nope, just get out. Like, that's crazy. So you got to be careful, bro. Like, that's just the truth of it. You just got to be careful. You never know, man.
No, I agree. I do agree.
And I get very paranoid with stuff like that. Because, like, granted, yes, I don't eat the healthiest, but I'm also still very aware of, like, things that I'm still going to take and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, bro, you never know, dude. Like, it's, you hear too many things and you're like, no. Like, I'm good.
No, I get that. I do get that. Chuckzz, oh my God. I made a hole in my tights.
How did you do that?
So, like, my toenails at the moment, yeah. No, I just heard it. I'm like, oh my God. No, you know what, right? So, I'm not gonna lie, my toenails are quite long at the moment. They do need a trim. I just need a full thing done, right? And I'm just like, oh no, they'll be okay. I'm only sitting down. I'm not like walking around anywhere. It's okay. It's okay. And literally, because I've just been sitting here wiggling my toes the whole time, all I had was I'm like, oh my God. Oh man.
Oof. Let's see. Come on. Let's see the damage. What happened? Listen, bro. You gotta show you gotta show the damage.
Can we like
Can there it is. There? Yep, there it is.
There. Oh my God.
Just see the stick out. Just see the stick out.
I know. All of a sudden it's like, oh no.
Oh God, damn, bro. That's good. But oh God, that's the worst though. That's definitely one of the worst things.
Bro, this is why I say you've got to keep your nails smooth and not so long.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't do that today.
See that? And that's the problem, man. If you want to wear some nice nylons, it's like, bro, there's an upkeep to it. And not just on the nylons, like with yourself. You got to make sure the nails are okay. No skin like catching on to the nails or whatever. Like for when you put them on, your toes. Oh, bro, it's crazy. People don't understand. People just don't understand unless you do it, okay? It's like, it's like what I'm going through right now. Like, you can't, yo, bro, thank God for my camera. My camera clearly loves me because from what I look like in the picture, it doesn't look like my legs are that hairy from here, but my legs are quite hairy right now, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because for me personally, it's just that, like, I got so accustomed to wearing nylons without hair, and for me, that feels so much better because then it's like, oh my God, like, you're feeling them closer to your skin. Like, it's a great feeling, especially if you wear great quality nylons. So now it's like, it does irritate me if I'm wearing like hair with nylons, but I don't know, bro. One thing that kind of doesn't make sense to me is like how some people will bitch and complain about hair and nylons, and I'm just kind of like, I don't get it. I don't understand why people are complaining. Like, you're not wearing them, bro. That person's wearing them, so what does it matter? Like, bro, what do you think? I don't know.
Oh well, yeah. So, okay, no, so my whole thing, right, so I'm an advocate for those people who have hairy legs and want to wear nylons, right? I've decided I'm going to be the spokesperson for those people. I'm happily rooting for you.
Touche.
And you know what it is? It's one of the, so I always believe, one thing I always say is each to their own, right? So I understand the whole concept of having smooth legs and wearing hosiery. Feels nicer, looks nicer. And yeah, if you really want that whole like up against your skin and if you really love textures, I totally get it, right? And So the one thing why I'm an advocate for it, right, is so for both men and women, it is just especially so okay, so with women, right, it's we don't like to shave all the time. So with me, especially, so I've got laser treatment done. So I'm pretty much my hair is really non-existent. I
Yeah.
do it wrong. I have some patches where it's very, very fine, but most of my legs is literally hair free. Just because that was my personal choice. I hate waxing. It's bloody painful.
Yeah,
I
it
don't like
is.
pain. And I can't be bothered to keep shaving because especially with like I don't know about you, Chucks, but like with Indian hair, it's every time you shave, it comes back darker and thicker, and
Yeah, I
it's
get
just
what you mean. Yeah.
literally. And when I used to shave quite consistently, it would last about a week before. Now, like, well, not now, but like when I did used to shave, it was like after about a day or two, they would come back, and I'm like, really, I'm just so sick of this. So it was my obviously personal choice to get laser done because it was like I just want to be kind of hair
No,
free,
of
not have
course. Yeah.
like not to have to worry about my hair, um, and whatnot. But it's like one thing I don't get right is people who I'm gonna I'm gonna sort of say this could be right or wrong, but this is the way I perceive things. Right? Is and I've seen it like on comments, and I base this on the comments that I've seen, DMs that I've gotten, messages that people have written all over my socials. It's not just Instagram, but it's like the amount of bullying to some sense, the amount of attacks that I've seen, the amount of negative comments. The thing is, right, it's down to that person. If they want to have body hair and be like that, that's fine. And it's like I did a post recently on it, and there's some people out there for religious reasons they can't touch their body hair. Like it's like no, no, no. Like prime
Yeah.
example in Sikhism, it's like if you're Amrit Shakya, which is like the highest of highest. So it's like women wear turbans, but you'll see them have beards. You'll see them have mustaches. Everything is grown because they aren't allowed to touch their body hair. They've got to be kept natural. You won't see them wear
Wow.
makeup. You won't see them do anything. They're just the natural, purest form, right? And so it's like I said, they can't touch their hair, just full stop. But it's like, especially with some men, it's if they're not like what I say outside wear is like they don't wear them out and about with shorts or with skirts or whatever they choose to wear it with, and they haven't come out to their family saying I am a hosiery wearer. It's kind of I understand why they probably wouldn't shave, because imagine if they did wear shorts out and about, they're like, well, why have you got shaved legs? Why are your legs so smooth? Like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? It'll raise so many more questions. And they're put in a predicament to be like, I'm so uncomfortable. Why is everybody asking me? Like, oh my, do you know what I mean? It's just I'm very much I mean, do you know, I am very, very passionate about this. I'm trying to keep my cool talking about it. But it is, you know what it is? To me, it can affect a person's mental health.
Not yeah,
And I
bro.
say that
And
because
people don't understand that.
yeah, and both for men and women, because it is at the end of the day you're attacking someone in a sense. You're judging someone, and I've had it before where it's I've worn shears and I've had, don't be wrong, a bit of stubble or something. Oh my god, no, tell a lie. Right, so okay, not even tell a lie. There's a couple of times, even when it's all coming back to me now. But it's like even when I used to blog and just have got a couple of little hairs on my thigh, everyone would be like, "Oh, why are your thighs so hairy?" I'm like,
Oh my
"Is it to
god,
you?"
bro.
I was like, "It's my thighs. Like, leave me alone." Do you know what I mean? There's times where it's like my tattoo's hairy, like because I had laser done after I've had my tattoos, so naturally my hair's gonna go there. And it's like people are like, "Why are your tattoos so hairy?" It's like because I haven't waxed them. Oh my god, sue me. And it's like it grates me because it's like think about that person, because they're going to end up being so body conscious to be like, I don't want to send another leg feed again because I might get attacked on Sony's Instagram. Do you know what I mean? It's and same for the women. It's like, oh, I'm probably going to stick to opaques and then nobody can see my legs, and then no one's going to say anything to me. It's horrible. It's just so horrible. I don't. It's like I say, it's just if you've not got anything nice to say, don't say it. If you don't like it, you don't need to comment. I get it. If you like smooth legs, that's cool. You do you. But don't put somebody else down saying, oh, smooth is better. Why the F would you have like hairy legs and showcase that? Why would you have smooth legs and showcase that kind of thing? Do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah,
And it's so it's just
yeah.
I don't know, bro. That I feel like that always goes back to what I always say too. Is like, yo, what is normal? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
bro, what is normal to you may not be normal to someone else. What is normal to that person may not be
exactly.
normal to you. So what does it matter? Like, because the biggest thing to me is like I've always told you, like I always say, bro, is like, dude,
Mm,
if it ain't affecting you in any way possible, what does it matter to
yeah,
you? Why does it
yeah,
matter? Like I just don't get, and that's the problem with I feel like nowadays everyone wants to have an opinion, and then they I feel like the thing is everyone wants to have an opinion and then express that opinion to then see how many people will agree with them on their opinion. But then it's like, yo, bro, you're literally trying to
yeah,
drop an opinion on something that's literally not gonna fucking matter about anything in the next 5 minutes. Like, for
yeah.
what reason? Like, I don't get
Yeah,
it. Like,
exactly.
because then at the end of the day, now if you start going out of your way to what now comment on every single little thing that I do, yo, bro, how sad is your life that this is all you're gonna do?
Mm,
Go do something with your life. Leave me the fuck alone. I ain't bothering you. Why you gotta bother me?
mm.
Why? I just don't
No,
understand,
I get
bro.
it. And the thing is, it's one thing that people don't understand is and it's like how I said on my post as well. You don't know how that's going to affect the other person.
Yeah,
Mentally. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you might get somewhere. It's like, oh look, I don't really care. You might. It's like I said, you might get somewhere. It's like, I want to stop doing this, and it is. And I like. It's like with somebody who I used to talk to before. They're not on Instagram anymore. But it's like I remember when I first posted them and started doing the whole natural hairy leg look and everything, and the amount of comments that I got on it, and obviously naturally I'll always defend. I'll happily defend when it comes to stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
right? And literally, I remember they said to me, they're like, "Look, thanks, Sony. Thanks so much for posting. I really appreciate it. You've made my day. You've built my confidence." But at the same time, everybody has knocked it down. And you know what? It's so sad to say he stopped wearing hosiery. He was like the fact that
That's a shame,
he
bro.
was one of those that's what I mean. He was one of those people, he needed validation, which I totally get and I totally understand. He needed that to help grow his confidence. And I was happy to help him in that sense. That hence why I said, look, I'll post your leg fees. No skin off my nose at the end of that. I'm more than happy to. But it stopped him from wearing it. And he was like, I just don't feel comfortable anymore, knowing the fact that if the internet can do that, imagine if I could step out into the real world, just doing my daily shop and I get negative comments. He was like, I already suffer with depression and anxiety as it is. And even just seeing stuff like that, it made him worse. And do you know when you think, it's just so sad. So I get the fact that people would like to pass their opinion. Cool, look, I get it. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, fine. But I always say, do you know what? Think about the other person. Think about what you're commenting on and how that might affect that person. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what they're going through. It's like how we spoke about mental health that day. It's you don't know what that person is going through.
Yo,
You don't know
facts.
how good or bad or ugly their mind is that day. So do you know, you're just a bit like, yeah, I'm not here for that. In terms of horrible comments like that, no, I just won't. It's just not on in my eyes, if I'm honest. There's no need at the end of the day.
No, I hear
So
you. I hear you, and
yeah.
I feel the exact same way, and it's just I don't know, bro. It's something to me that will never make sense with people. It's just it's
Mm,
I listen, bro. I don't know. It's just it bothers me. The only reason why it truly bothers me is because it's more of I don't view it as oh you're such a negative, hateful person. It's more of why do you feel like you have to go out of the way to do this shit? Like
mm,
I just
yeah.
don't get it. Like I always say, bro, I just don't get it. Cause bro, I know for a damn well fact I'm gonna go spend my time doing something way more useful than I want to do with my life. That I,
Yeah.
like the thought of going out of my way to try to talk shit about someone or comment about someone, like about something, like I don't know, bro.
Mm,
I just think to myself, bro, there's so many other things more I could be doing. And I'm not talking about like, don't get me wrong, we all have our opinions, our judgments, our thoughts,
mm,
whatever. I'm talking about that you're now going out of your way to waste like 15 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a passing comment or whatever about something, that's one little thing. Like, oh, that doesn't look right. Like, whatever, bro. Like,
mm,
fine. You know what I mean? But for like you said, like going out of your way to then being like this, that, and like this person was saying, what if they went out in public and someone did that? Like, bro, like that's crazy.
yeah.
Especially more in public because for me personally, bro, if I saw like if it happened to me, I would literally look at that person in the face and go, yo, bro, this is really how you want to spend your day right now?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude, but this is this moment right here.
Mm,
You woke up today and said, I'm going to fuck with someone today. You saw me and you went,
yeah.
he's my target because he's wearing nylons. So he looks a certain way. You come
Oh,
over
God.
to then drop a comment, and the only thing you got out of me is your breath stinks. Where do we
Yeah.
go? Where do we go from this?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Fuck you. Have a nice
Yeah.
day. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing? Like, I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro. And the fact that people
No,
really
it
go out of the way to
doesn't.
keep pushing this, you're like, poor K.
Mm,
I just, hey,
mm. No, I get that. You know what? It just makes me sad. It just really makes me sad
it
to
makes no
think.
sense, bro.
Do you know what? It's just I'm a very true believer of just, you know what? Be you. Be your true self. Do what you want to
Girl,
do.
that is
Do
literally
you know
my
what I mean? And
motto.
it's like, yeah, and it is just a bit like if if you want to have natural hairy legs, do you know what? Be my guest. Honest to God, do your thing.
There's a lot of girls
Yeah,
who
I
don't
get it.
shave their body at all. Like
Yeah, I
hair on
know
armpits and
plenty.
everything. So it's like, bro,
Yeah,
they're living whatever they want to way
their
live.
best life.
Like, bro, if you
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, okay, if you don't like that, okay, so just don't go be with a woman who
yeah,
whatever. Trust me, they're gonna find a guy out there who's gonna look at him and be like, you don't shave at all. I love that. Like,
yeah,
everyone has their own thing.
exactly.
Everyone has their own person. If it ain't for you, fucking move on, bro. What does
Mm,
it matter?
mm.
I just don't
No,
get it.
exactly. It's just, yeah, yeah, I don't, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna stay anymore. I could, but I'm not. It's just frustrating to see more than anything to think like I get it, you know, smooth legs are cool. Not I get it, you know, it makes everything look nicer. But you know what? Like, there's nothing wrong with body hair. You know, this stupid thing about it is body hair. You know what? You're bloody born with it. At the end of the day, a lot of people, majority of people in the world, there's some people out there who are born with no body hair. Cool. Do you know what I mean? It's like how that
A
whole
lot of
thing of
Asians. Funny enough, going back.
you best believe we're hairy people. But it's one of those things. A prime example, it's girls born with straight hair always want curly hair. Girls born with curly hair want straight hair. It's that kind of thing. And you know what? Body hair is so natural and so normal. And you know what? In a sense, this is why I kind of blame social media and social and beauty norms and everything like that for both men and women. It's the whole thing of like from a woman's perspective, oh, wearing makeup and you know contouring and being like a size 4 or a size 0 is like is deemed as beautiful, your model material, compared to actual a natural body is a size like UK. They agree. It was like even even like a you know like a UK size 10 to 12. That's actually the average, and that's actually a very beautiful size. That's what you define beautiful in the UK. But it's sad the fact that like not having body hair is deemed to be beautiful. That's like what you need, you know, having armpit hair, that's complete no-go. Having hair down below, no, no, no. That's you know, that's disgusting. Hair, you know what? The best way to describe it is everything in your body, on your body, has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. You're like, it grates me, man. Chucks, it
No,
grates
no.
me.
Listen, girl. I hear
Oh,
you
it really
because I
does.
listen. I am a very very hairy person. I am terribly hairy. Okay, like I don't like it. But this is the other
Yeah.
thing too. Like I don't like my body hair on me because I'm just not a fan of it. So of course
Mm,
I want to
mm,
get rid of it, but that's me. But at the end of the fucking day, too, though, bro, it is a part of me. So it's like, if you don't like it, that's when I
mm.
look at people and be like, huh, guess what? You don't have to deal with it. Like, I'm the one who has to
Yeah,
deal with it. So trust me,
yeah.
I'm already not a fan of it. But of course, I could do something about it. But it's like, bro, if you have body hair and whatever way you want to see it, you're proud of it, you don't mind it, you upkeep it, whatever it is, bro, if someone wants to
Mm,
go, oh, that's disgusting, cool. I know I'm not going to be with you now. That's it. Like,
yeah,
I then we
yeah,
don't got to be together. Like, bye, see you later. Like, that's all it is, bro. Because
yeah,
I, I don't know, bro. I always feel like it goes back to like what you and I have talked
mm,
about, where it's like, don't settle yourself or try to change yourself to be with someone. Like, bro, just always be you. Like
Mm,
someone out
mm,
there will be with you because of who you are. I promise you that. It's just a
yes.
lot, sadly, because of social media, so many people
Yeah.
fucking think like, oh, like I feel like so many people think they try to find it online. Well, online is not organic, so you can't even say that. And then if you do meet in
Mm-hmm.
person, it's like, okay, bro, like understand that there are sometimes going to be those cases where, bro, you'll date 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 different people and just go on just dates just to figure someone out because 7
Mm,
billion people in the world, bro. Let's be real, dude. You're not going to find someone in the first one, two, three. It
yeah.
sometimes happens for people, which is a beautiful thing to see. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen for everyone. That can't be a possibility for everyone for 7 billion people. That's just not how life works, bro. That's just how it is.
Mm,
Bro,
I get.
me and my girlfriend crossed paths literally our entire lives. I literally didn't even meet her until I was working at a random ass job that she came in with the guy that she was dating at the time. But turns but turns
Yeah.
out she knew someone from my high school when I was in high school, who I actually also knew him too. We just never
Yeah.
met. Turns out she would go bowling right down the block from where I worked every single Saturday for like 3 years.
Wow.
Never crossed paths ever.
Mm,
So it's like, bro, you never know. Like,
no, it's true. It is true. No, I do get that. It's just, yeah. It's just, you know what? It's just a shame that there are still people out there that are like that. As like I
yeah,
said, but
no, I
if you
hear
have
you.
anything nice to say, don't say it. Like just scroll, just move on, scroll away. If you like it, cool. Drop a like, drop a comment. If you don't, just go and do your thing. Just go and do your thing. If you really need to go get it off your chest, speak to a friend about it. Do you know what I mean? Go speak to somebody who actually has the same opinion as you or the
Bro,
same
I
kind of
was
thing
gonna
as
say,
you. Do you
don't
know what I
even
mean?
tell me like as if people like real good friends don't be gossiping between one another. We all fucking gossip.
Yeah.
We all talk shit. Okay,
Mm,
we all like the cheese mess. Okay, fucking we all do. But it's like, bro, but you still don't have to be that type of person to go out of your way to try to
yeah.
make someone feel like shit or put them down or or throw a subject in their face that
Mm.
literally has nothing to do with you. Like that's the
No,
shit
exactly.
that drains me from it. It's like, yo, bro, this subject has nothing to do with you. So who the fuck are
Mm-hmm.
you? Like, I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild,
No,
bro, how some people
yeah.
will be.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes it does make me laugh. Sometimes it does rile me up a little bit.
I hear you. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame
yeah, but yeah. Oh, got that off
you.
my chest now. Feel a bit better.
Woosa. Namaste.
Mm,
I never understood what that means, but I always forget.
uh-huh.
So
No, I don't know the whole meaning behind it either. It's
I
obviously
know
got
it.
to do with meditation and
I was
stuff,
gonna say
but
I know it's like peace or some shit like that, but I'm always just namaste.
mm,
Okay.
yeah, it's mainly got to do with like meditation and stuff. The whole Om thing and Namaste and everything. Namaste is kind of like a way to greet.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, okay.
Mm, mm,
Interesting.
yeah.
But all right, guys, this has been a great episode, man. As always, we appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Much love. Like we said before, uh, listen, so thankful for the support, the ongoing support, for the growth of everything so
Yes.
far, man. We truly loving it, bro. It's unbelievable to see, and we love to see that you guys are enjoying the podcast and enjoying the content. And listen, stay tuned. Patreon's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Patreon's coming very soon. It's just like we were. I don't know. We mentioned it before, but it's like what I was just gonna say about it was just it's just fun extra content that we want to do for you guys. That if y'all want to
Yeah.
show any extra little support, it means the world to us. You know, it's just like anything else out there, guys. We want to. Me and Sony have always discussed like we love being able to create content. Now we're doing it in just many different ways that can always that's just fun for us, and we'd love to see it grow. You know,
Yeah.
especially with the help from you guys. That it's just like I said, man, the support is unreal and it's amazing to see. We're almost coming up, like literally, as we're recording this, we're like 6 downloads away from 300. Bro, like
God, that's
it's
amazing.
so dope, bro.
Oh
Like it's so
my
sick.
God.
So it's
That
just
is amazing.
and it's funny because a lot of people look at number like I don't know, bro. This is the thing. Like a lot of people look at numbers and they go, "Oh, but that's so low." No. I don't see it as low. I see it as growth. We were at 0.
Mhm.
Now we're not at 0.
Mhm.
That's not a bad thing, bro. Like, that's how
Well,
I
I
see
think
it.
it is.
That's how I see it. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
listen, man, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we'll see you guys next week. All right? So, y'all take care as always, guys. Have a good one.